So let's move quickly. Just you are, like I said, 20 years old. I said it in the introduction. You've accomplished so much at such a young age. What do you owe that to?
Obviously, nothing's possible without God. You got to give God credit. But I have a very nuanced belief here because a lot of people give all of their credit to God, right? But they also did the work and they need to give themselves some credit too. So I have some beef with people who like sit around, do nothing their entire life and go, well, it's all in God's hand. Like, no, if you don't get off the couch, like you can't do anything. So it requires having faith in God, but also you've got to do the work. So I give a lot of credit to what I've been able to do is by condensing timeframes. It's a belief I hold so wholeheartedly is people waste how they spend their time. And you can achieve in 2 years dedicated time, what most people do in 20, right? Think about how many books does the average person read a year? How quickly could you get that done? How many trainings does the average person do a year? How quickly could you get that done? So I'm just a big believer in trying to get things done quicker, only focus on high level tasks. Like I don't make food. I don't buy food. I order all of my food. And even when I didn't have much money, I'd order all of my food just because I'm not going to waste my time cooking food, right? So it's like spend your time on things that are going to make you a better person. And an important lesson is not everybody wants the same things as me. I do want like to become uber successful, right? And I do believe I'll get there. But also some people just want to spend time with people they love and, go on adventures. Do that too, right? Like you can achieve that as well, because if your goal in life is to go out and spend time in nature and be with your kids, that's awesome. You should do that. And you could do that more if you stopped wasting time 2 hours a day fiddling around with this, fiddling around with that. So that's where I give a lot of credit. It's just like ruthlessly sit down, analyze what's important to me. What do I want to achieve in life? What am I doing that I don't need to be doing that's holding me back from achieving these things? And how can I spend more of my time productively achieving these things?
And what does success look to you?
So my definition of success is how close you get to achieving what you sought out to get. Because so many people, success is a blanket term, right? As young men, you're told success is a Lambo, Rolex, and $1 million, right? In corporate, you're told success is having a six-figure job. But success is different for every single person. So I think how to know if you're successful is what goals did you set out to achieve and how close did you get to achieving them? So if you sat down and you went, my goal is to have a stable job, have a good spouse, have children, and have 2 vacations a year. And in 20 years, if you are doing all of that, then by my definition, you are successful. But if your goal was to have $5 million, it's the only goal you had, and 20 years goes by and you don't have $5 million, then you're not successful, right? Because how close did you get to attaining what you set out to get? And I think it's really important in life to know what you actually want, because a lot of people don't know what they want, and then they go 20 years and then they're not happy with what they have because they had no direction of trying to achieve it. When in the reality is, if you just accepted, maybe I don't want to be a millionaire, I just want to have a good life, you would be more happy with where you are. But most people just haven't accepted. They always want more and they're never grateful for what they have. So it's just important. Know what you want, go chase what you want, don't chase things you don't need.
So true. So my nephew is 19 years old. He just finished his first year of college. I know that college is not for everyone, but that was the choice that he made. What advice would you give to young men? I know that what you just said has a bunch of little advice, but what ultimate advice would you give to young men right now?
My advice is, this will be kind of contradictory, but everybody is going to give you advice and you don't need to listen to their advice. You need to understand there is a million different ways to achieve what you want in life. Life is not linear. 10 different people are going to tell you this is the only way for you to achieve what you want. And the reality is, if you listen to any of them, you will make it. Now, the problem is you need to stay away from taking advice from too many people because you'll start to get contradictory opinions. One person's going to tell you to be successful, you need a 2-hour morning routine, you need to control your energy, your whole life needs to be dialed in. Another person's going to tell you to be successful, you need to do nothing except work from the second you wake up to when you go to bed. If you try to follow both of their advice, it's not going to work. If you pick one, it will. So you need to understand everybody's giving advice. The best way to succeed is ignore 99% of it.
Love it. Kenan, because this is a podcast about the East, the Middle East, let's end with a message that you would like to give the West about either Arabs, the Arab world, or Islam.
Don't hold opinions that you don't have based on your own experiences. It's very short, but the reality is most opinions that we have on anything in life is opinions someone else gave us. So it's okay to say you don't know something. If you've never met a Muslim, you shouldn't have an opinion on one. If you've never been to a Muslim country, you shouldn't have an opinion on one. So before judging things, sit and ask yourself, am I judging this based on my experiences, or am I judging this based on what someone's told me I'm supposed to believe?